Welcome back to Hidden Wisdom Academy Biology. This is episode 2 of our NEET 2026 biology podcast series. Today, we explore one of the most fascinating topics, biodiversity, the immense variety of life that surrounds us. From microscopic bacteria to giant whales, life exists in countless forms, each playing a vital role in the web of nature. Let's dive in. What exactly is biodiversity? In simple words, biodiversity means the variety of life found on Earth, from the tiniest microbe to the largest mammal. It includes all plants, animals, fungi, and microorganisms, and the ecosystems they belong to. We study biodiversity at 3 levels. First, genetic diversity, the variety of genes within a species. Second, species diversity, the number of different species in an area. And third, ecosystem diversity, the range of different habitats and ecosystems found across the planet. Biodiversity is the living fabric of our planet. Why is biodiversity important? Biodiversity maintains the ecological balance that supports all life. It provides us with essential resources like food, medicines, and raw materials. Ecosystem services such as pollination, oxygen generation, and soil fertility are all products of biodiversity. It also gives resilience to nature, helping organisms adapt to environmental changes. Beyond science, biodiversity has economic, cultural, and aesthetic value. Without biodiversity, life as we know it would not be possible. Biodiversity exists at 3 levels, as per NCERT. First is genetic diversity, which refers to variation in genes within a species, like different rice varieties or breeds of dogs. Second is species diversity, which is the variety of different species in a region. For example, the Western Ghats have much more species diversity than the Arctic. Third is ecosystem diversity, which refers to the diversity of different ecosystems such as forests, grasslands, and deserts. Each level of biodiversity is crucial to sustain life on Earth and maintain ecological balance. Let's understand the patterns of biodiversity. First, we have the latitudinal gradient. Biodiversity increases from the poles toward the equator. That's why tropical regions like rainforests have more species than colder regions. Second is the species-area relationship, discovered by Alexander von Humboldt. He observed that larger the area, the more species it contains. However, this increase is not unlimited. Understanding these patterns helps us predict and protect biodiversity better. Biodiversity isn't just about counting species, it's the foundation of life on Earth. It plays a key role in maintaining ecological balance, ensuring that food chains and natural cycles function smoothly. Economically, biodiversity supports agriculture, forestry, and fisheries, and is a rich source of medicinal plants, such as neem and tulsi. Culturally and aesthetically, biodiversity adds beauty and meaning to our lives, from nature tourism to traditions. And for science, it's a living library that helps us explore evolution, develop biotechnology, and solve real-world problems. That's why conserving biodiversity is not an option, it's a necessity. Unfortunately, biodiversity today faces a major threat. While some natural events like volcanoes and floods cause extinction, the real danger comes from human activities. Habitat destruction through deforestation and urban expansion wipes out entire ecosystems. Pollution, in our air, water, and soil, is killing countless species. Overexploitation, like overfishing and illegal hunting, pushes many animals to the brink. Invasive species introduced by humans often displace native species, like the Nile perch in Lake Victoria. And climate change is making everything worse. All of this leads to massive loss of biodiversity, which directly threatens human survival too. Now that we understand the importance of biodiversity, it's crucial to talk about how to conserve it. Biodiversity conservation is essential to maintain ecological balance, ensure survival of all species, and support the systems we depend on, like food chains, oxygen production, and natural resources. There are two major approaches to conservation. First is in-situ conservation, which means protecting species in their natural habitat, like in biosphere reserves, national parks, and wildlife sanctuaries. Second is ex-situ conservation, where species are conserved outside their natural habitat, in zoological parks, botanical gardens, or preserved as seeds and genes in seed banks and gene banks. And that wraps up episode 2 of our daily NET podcast series. Today, we uncovered the meaning and importance of biodiversity and explored how it can be conserved. We'll be back tomorrow with a fresh episode at 7 p.m. If you found this helpful, like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated. Share it with your NET friends, it might be the help they need. Until next time, keep learning and stay updated with us. See you in the next episode.